How you doing? Keith Heidig from BoxingScene.com. Congratulations on your win. You mentioned in the ring that you're done entirely with 135 pounds. Do you think that do you think that Tank will want to fight? I know he's fought at 140 once. Do you think that's a potential obstacle toward making the fight if you have to have it at 140?
No, I think he'll be more comfortable at 140. He's had problems making weight in the past, so any jump in weight, it probably will help him, if anything.
Thanks.
Manuk?
Ryan over here. You mentioned that you're going to be transparent in the negotiations of this fight several times leading up to this promotion. Your purse was reported as $2 million for this fight. What is the number you're looking for as far as cracking that nut to fight Davis?
I'm not looking for a number in particular. I'm sure it will be a lot of money. I'm just looking to make the fight happen.
He said, see you guys at the end of the year, kind of a cryptic tweet right after the fight. Do you think he's warming up to the idea just as much, kind of like Spence and Crawford did, kind of you guys finally realizing this is the fight to make?
I just can't believe, I just don't like that he just doesn't make things clear. You know, if he says see you in December, make things a little bit clear. Ryan, let's get it on. I mean, I feel like I'm very transparent in the way I talk. I call him out, not because I'm thirsty. I call him out because that's generally what I want to do. So we'll figure it out with the teams and we'll make it happen. I want to do this for the people, and I know everybody wants this fight to happen. So I'll be putting my whole heart to try to make this fight.
Joseph Hammond, Round by Round Boxing. Congratulations on your big win tonight. If the Tank fight can't be made next because of the politics of boxing, would you say at 140 there may be some titles that are open up with Josh Taylor moving up? What would be the next best thing for you if the Tank fight doesn't have a next because of politics, not because of your best efforts?
So you said hypothetically, if that fight for some reason doesn't happen, which I don't see that happening, but if it doesn't happen, then I want to fight Teofimo Lopez at 140.
Okay. Miguel?
Hey, Ryan. First of all, man, congrats on the victory. How satisfying was this victory? You predicted that you would get the knockout. We thought he would give you a run for your money. And what are you going to do on your end to make the fights with either Teofimo or Tank?
I mean, do things how you're supposed to do them. Just contact with your team, make sure that they let them know that we want to fight, and then they send an offer or we send an offer, and then we figure it out. I can't really I can't really explain it perfectly because that's something that Lupe or Golden Boy would have to try to work out. I mean, I know that I have more speed than him. I know that I'm taller, and I know that I'm bigger. But we'll have to see when we get in there. It doesn't really matter about how he fought or how I fought this fight. I've learned that once you get in there, the fight starts unfolding for itself. And I'll figure it out when I'm in there.
Would you be just as confident fighting Devin Haney?
Of course. I have history with Devin Haney. I know what could get him. I know that he's a good fighter too. All these guys are great fighters. I just feel like I have something in me that can elevate me, surpass them, because I honestly feel like
Who you are?
it's just who I am. Yeah, it's just who I am. I'm different in a way, you know, and I will beat these guys. I will do everything in my power to beat them and still show love to them. I just know I could beat them competitively. I know I could beat them.
Hey Ryan, Frank Michael Smith here from Juice Productions. Congrats on the W tonight. There's no doubt you have been transparent. In addition to being an excellent boxer and a great knockout tonight, you're an excellent content creator. If you had to title the knockout tonight on your social media, what would you put?
I got that knockout in Dior. I was wearing all Dior. Got that W in Dior.
That snakeskin.
I dropped them in drip. I dropped them in that Dior drip. I'm probably gonna caption that tomorrow.
You got options.
I do, many options. I'm gonna have to go in the lab and think about what's the best way to put it.
Stay tuned.
I'm posting tomorrow. It's too late now. It's gotta be strategy, man.
Yeah. Ryan, the moment that you step on the ring, you were completely focused. You knew what were you doing. You just attack and you were focused. And as soon as you end up the fight, you had a message, which was about the mental health and everything. But you knew exactly what were you doing on the ring tonight. The moment that you stepped, you were like that tiger that you said.
Lion. But
The
yes.
lion, I'm sorry. The lion that you said you were. What were you thinking tonight? Because you were like that fighter tonight.
You know, I've been trying to walk in truth for these past 2 months. Going through my mental health issues really taught me to not rely on my feelings, to rely on the truth. So this whole time, I just really was walking in faith, walking in truth, you know, not trusting my feelings, trusting how great I am as a fighter, and I believed it. And I just kept on telling myself, you know, in the ring, what's the best option here? You know, what can I hit him with? You know, what is he doing? And then I kept, you know, kind of, you know, having that in my mind the whole time. But it's a testimony to people that are going through something that, you know, these things that happen to you sometimes which you quite don't understand, they're really your spirit telling you, you know, something's going on. And it really shows you who you really are. And internally, what you may need to work on, you know? And something outside your life or inside yourself is causing you to feel these ways. And, you know, God showed me definitely the truth in everything. And now I just walk in that. I trust the truth. And I thank God for all the wisdom and strength he gives me. And I walk in that in everything I do now. And I feel stronger as a person.
Mohammed Mubarak with the Electronic Urban Report. Congratulations on a great performance tonight. Is there anything that you think that you could have done more to make it even a greater fight?
I don't know. I don't think there was anything. I think the one thing I fixed was not rushing in, even when I had him hurt. And it's something I've been working on. It's something that I've been trusting. I'm gonna get him later on. You know, he's getting broken down. I can see it in his face. But you get, again, a hurt fighter is like a what do you would call like a hurt animal in the wild. They're gonna strike the hardest when they're hurt. So I kept on paying attention to that. A wounded animal is coming to, you know, they have to fend for their life. So I noticed every time I stepped to him when I thought he was hurt, he'd shoot a big overhand. Like he tried to hit me with Luke Campbell's shot every time. I mean, it's like, try something new. Yeah, I just kept my hand up. But that was the thing. I felt like I did everything that I wanted to come in. And I told everybody, if I could show my skills and get a knockout and show the fighter I truly am, I will be happy. And I'm super happy.
For sure.
Nah, not you.
Not you.
Steven Cordeiro, KO Artist Sports. Congratulations, man. Great performance. I see on your hand, one of your knuckles, maybe a little kind of skin coming off. The other one looks a little.
No, I put liquid Band-Aid on it because I had little cuts from training.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, is the hands fine? Everything's good?
Yeah, everything's great.
Did you hurt your hands just because you landed a lot of shots on them?
No, man, sparring, man. I'm telling you, I was piecing people up, but my hands never had problems. My hands were great the whole fight. Everything was sharp. Like I didn't feel forced on anything. I just felt in tune. You know, I was on top of everything he did. Any move he made, I had an answer for it. And that's how I fight. I have really good reflexes, and I fought exactly how I know I could fight. To me, it was a beautiful performance.
Did you feel better after anything you did?
I can't tell the difference yet. You know, to me, 5 pounds is not that much. I still had to cut weight, and I hated every second of it. So it didn't matter if it was 140 or 135.
Okay, thank you, Steven. Next, we have Francisco.
Ryan, congratulations. Francisco Salazar, Rain TV and boxing scene. You want the fight against Tank Davis. We saw where with Munguia and Charlo that didn't happen. But how confident, 1 to 10, that you feel that will happen? That will happen later this year against Tank Davis.
No, I'm just gonna leave it up to my team to figure that part out. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm just gonna be out here to try to give the people what they want, and my team will figure that out. I don't know. He has to do it, but I know that Lupe has a great relationship with Al Heyman and everybody, so we'll figure it out.
Okay, this is the last question.
Let's
Jack
stay positive
Zimmerman.
about that. We'll figure it out. That's what the people want. We'll figure out a way to do it.
Hey, Ryan, Jeff Zimmerman, FightNews.com. Time to come back to Texas, man.
Oh, yeah, man, I love Texas. I want to move over there.
I know.
Texas loves Ryan, too.
Yeah, I love
Ryan.
Texas.
Hey, this was your second. I know you had a relationship with Joe in the past, but this was your second fight with him. How much better did you feel coming into this fight with Joe? And do you are you working on new things in camp and just overall?
I think we had a better structure in LA. I think that we trained better this time around. We were more focused. Everything was done with purpose. True. We worked together perfectly, and we figured the little things out, like the rapping. And we had little things that were kind of we had to still figure out. I mean, you can't figure out anything in what did we have last time?
Can I say something?
Yeah, you can say anything you want.
Hello? It's working. Look, when you train Ryan, you don't train Ryan. You train with Ryan because Ryan has the mentality of a coach. He's as smart as a coach. He sometimes says things and figures things out that I've never heard a fighter figure out before. So when you say Ryan and Joe, look, I got to tell you, Ryan stands alone in my life training guys, and I've done it over the decades. You guys know that. He stands alone as one of the most unique individuals I've ever coached or coached with. Because he is a coach as well as a great fighter and a great talent, a great personality. He's a wonderful young man. He's years beyond his age in thinking. His father and mother did a great job with him. I love Ryan. He's a loving person. And I think those things have to be said about him because, you could easily overlook stuff like that, but I don't. He's a unique individual like nobody I've ever met in this game. And so I want to give him a lot of the credit. So when people say, coaching with Joe, I go, not really. Ryan is kind of he's a co-coach,
The thing I love about Joe is if I ever was afraid of anything during this camp, I could call him up and he'll help me try to find a truthful answer for it. Trust me, I went through a lot of things this camp. One of the hardest things this camp was the passing of my grandma. She died during this camp, and one of those days I said, I don't know what happened. I don't feel the same. And he really told me, he was like, you're grieving. And I was so focused that I just didn't understand why I wasn't moving. And he helped me, try to, uplift me, bring me back. I also ended up getting a tattoo for no reason 2 weeks before the fight.
That was really scary.
It gets infected, and I'm like, oh, well, this sucks. But with the grace of God, I figured out a way to heal it quick.
Yeah. Ryan's a perfectionist.
Yeah, and little things, I had to go through. But Joe, I could rely on him to help me find any answer that I need to. And he's just a great coach, a great mentor. And I feel like I have 4 dads. My whole camp has great men around me that just tell me the truth. So thank you, Joe, for everything you do. And yeah, man, it was good.
You're the best. You're the best.
Well, thank you, Ryan,
thank
so
you
much
guys.
for your time.
Thank you.
So much on behalf of Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions. What a great night. What a great night. We have the attendance. It's not the official. We're still kind of calculating the final numbers, but it came out to about 11,288 tonight. It was a great audience, a great group. I want to tell everybody a quick story before Ryan gets here, and he'll share it too. So last night we were doing the rehearsals, and Ryan was here at the Crypto.com arena, and he went into the ring, and he's doing a little shadow boxing in the ring, and then he goes, boom, knockout. I go, Ryan, is that where you're going to knock him out tomorrow night? And Ryan goes, yes, right here. So at the end of the fight, walked by me, and he goes, I told you I'll do it. Right there in that spot. So, Ryan has it. He really, he has what it takes. And Golden Boy, we're really pleased with and happy with the performance and everything they did. So you don't want to hear too much from me. You want to hear from Ryan. But I'll take any questions I can't answer.
Great evening of boxing. What are the challenges of putting together a Davis fight and Garcia fight?
Well, the challenges we face is, getting the right venue. When we have the opponent, we really have to look at where, somebody with Ryan's stature, where he is. We kind of have each time we have to kind of make it bigger and better. And where else to do it here is in Crypto.com, former the Staples Center where the Lakers play. It's LA. Ryan's from Victorville. I mean, this whole arena, we put on some great fights. I look in the back, there was the fights we did here, Golden Boy, when we did Mayorga and Mosley. We have Oscar's great fights here. Oscar has his statue up there. So, this is like an iconic venue. And having somebody like Ryan Garcia come in here, this is him. This is his home, LA. He loves fighting in this town. So we look to do bigger and better places. But this, I want to say again, thank you to everybody at Crypto.com Arena, Lee Zeidman, his people. I mean, without these guys, supporting us and bringing this together, our sponsors, Hennessy, Bet Online, there's a bunch, but without these sponsors, we can't put on these big fights. So hope I answered the question.
He looked very well at 140. You want to keep him at 140.
We have to go back and see. There's a lot of great fights at 140. That's kind of a question where they have to come back with Ryan, with Oscar, our matchmaker, Robert Diaz, Eric Gomez, our president, and they're going to see the best fights for Ryan, and he's on that verge of becoming the superstar. He is. So we just want to get those big fights. He's talked about Tank Davis. We'd love to get that fight happening. So, we're here as Golden Boy Promotions. We put on the biggest and best fights. So we're up for anything.
Cameron Buford here, voice of the fans, right straight ahead. You just mentioned the Tank Davis fight, and Ryan, after the fight, Ryan was emphatic in stating that he wanted to fight Tank next. Are you, as a promoter, just as excited to line that fight up for him?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the fight that everybody wants. Everybody wants to see that fight. We all have to come together as promoters and do what's right for the fans. And if it's the networks, you can't have one network saying, no, we have to be exclusive. We're on DAZN, and DAZN has been really great with the Golden Boy. So wherever other promoter we work with, Tank's promoter, and network, DAZN has to be involved in that fight. So hopefully, and they have done it already with other promoters, with other networks. So why not share it? So it's easy.
I know it's early, but what's the time determination about that fight? What's the time schedule?
It would be at the end of the year. I just don't know exactly what month it would be. It would have to, go to a lot of calendars and see what's available, the dates are available. But, that's going to be a mega fight. And, that's going to have, we have to find a big enough location for that. But I wouldn't mind taking it back here. But that's something we have to discuss internally.
You want to?
So Ryan is a prolific content creator in addition to a super talented boxer. How much does that aid in the promotion of a fight like this? And how do you see that going in future fights? Is he setting a trend here?
You know, Ryan, everybody knows with his social media, he has over 9 million followers, and he's a master at it. He is so good. He develops his own content. He knows he's really good with the public. He knows what sells. He knows his brand. So he is really, really good. It helps us with the promotion. Ryan, behind any promotion, it's going to be, people have to look at that, or any other promoter, is that we bring so much to the table with Ryan and his social media, and, with all his other endorsements. I mean, there's only a certain amount of arena fighters. You have Canelo, you have, I think Ryan Garcia too. He's getting there. He's not to the level of Canelo, but he fills houses, and he puts butts in seats. So he is, with him back in the fight, it's just going to be amazing. So anything he does, thank you. Okay, we're just waiting for Ryan.
Any additional questions for Robert Gaspari? No? All right.
Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for coming.
Okay, hold on.
One more.
Robert, how you doing? Keith Heidick from BoxingScene.com. Do you expect that Ryan has now said, he said it in the ring, that he's not going to fight at 135 pounds anymore, that he's going to fight strictly at 140. Do you expect that to be a potential obstacle to making the Tank Davis fight, even though Davis has fought at 140 once?
I don't think so. Listen, and they're going to have to come together on the weights. They're going to have so many moving parts with this. I mean, I'm sure there will a lot of people were waiting for tonight's fight, for tonight's results. I'm sure Tank was watching, and everybody else, they wanted to see. I think Ryan made a statement tonight. So I think it's just going to be, we'll see. I mean, I really just can't comment more on the weights and so forth. I'm the COO, I handle operations, and I get the venues and put the networks together, but when it comes to putting all of the fights together, that's more of an Oscar, Eric, Robert Diaz, and so forth. So.
Hey, Robert, Gabriel Avila, Round by Round Boxing. I've got a sort of different kind of question. Just Golden Boy was very crucial, had a big potential hand a couple years back in setting up programs like LA Fight Club to kind of show off and host prospects and new talent as they were coming up in the ranks. And is that something that Golden Boy is potentially bringing back, sort of setting something up like that just to be on a regular basis, get a lot more activity going and things like that for prospects and up-and-coming fighters?
Yes, absolutely. We are doing a series with DAZN. It's a Thursday night fight series. We're doing it out. It's Golden Boy on DAZN Fight Night. It's Thursday nights. Our next fight is at Fantasy Springs Casino in Indio. I believe that is the 28th. So that's Fantasy Springs has been a great partner. Once we get additional dates from DAZN, we will start again with the Belasco series, and we'll absolutely, we're going to do as many dates as we can, and we have a lot of great fighters, and we have a lot of great talent coming up. So we're just looking for to put them on these shows. So
right on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Oh, Manuk.
Hey, so earlier this week, Steven Espinoza said that, he only sees one network for a potential Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia fight. Considering the history of both sides, how realistic do you think a fight is, considering the business has to make sense as well?
It's very realistic. I like Steven Espinoza. He used to work for Golden Boy, so we've known him for a long time. He's anything could happen. I mean, I hope everybody here writes about it, do the fight, but there's no way we're going to just do it without DAZN involvement. I mean, DAZN's been with us. DAZN helped us build Ryan. How would it be if you just take him away? and to do an exclusive with Showtime. I mean, Showtime has done split broadcasts, so there's absolutely no reason why they shouldn't do it this time. It doesn't make sense, and and it's not going to happen. It's going to happen with DAZN involved.
Absolutely. And just in regard to one of your other fighters, it was reported today that Siniesa Estrada is no longer with Golden Boy. What essentially led to that split, and what did you try to actually make it? What steps did you guys try to make and actually make it happen?
Siniesa is a great fighter. She proved herself. She's been with Golden Boy a long time. We gave her a platform. We built her up. Golden Boy provided her with, the blueprint like we always do with fighters that we bring up. And then what happens is, at the end of the day, I don't know if it's numbers or whatever, it's, we can do so much. As a promoter, a lot of times they look at us as the, why can't we do more or whatever. There's a great deal of money that's involved that we do to put these shows on. And, it's, you build these people up, fighters up from a 4-round to a 6-round to a 10-round to a championship. And so I can't comment on the details of it. I know there's some stuff that's still fluid. We wish Siniesa the best. She's a wonderful person. I'm sure she'll do good wherever she goes, but there's not too much more I can say about Siniesa, though. I wish her luck.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Robert.
Okay.
I believe Ryan is almost here. Give him about 5 more minutes to get ready to come out and talk to you.
Thanks, everybody. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much.